Okay, so I think that's the extent of it. I don't think I have anything that gives me, like, a negative to it. Okay.
Looking for something?
Make him tell you what he knows. Damn it. The main thing is not to overdo it. When you're trying to scare someone, the most important thing is, how does it look on your resume? Jig's up, I got the goods on you. Oh yeah? He snarls, and what goods are those? Your racism. Nope. And I'm depressed. What is there to talk about? It's a racist world. I didn't make it that way. I'm just living in it, surviving in it. That's all this is, survival. Okay, so that's locked. I gotta level up my... Oh, let me see the soles of your boots. Been admiring the stompers, eh? He grins. Sure thing. Check him out. Lifts his shoe, then the right. Look at the sole. Bottom of the men's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads. No immediately discernible pattern. What's up with your soles? It's Revocol. Where'd you get boots like that? Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny. He rubs the back of his balding head. But why? When the invasion comes, he glances at the lieutenant. The last thing they see before the lights go out is lustrous Revocol. It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note. You do understand you're stomping on Revocol every day, don't you? No, it's not like that. He looks at his shoes. You don't get it. It's... When I kick them, you know... F it. It's too complex for you. Okay. This is sometimes why I quick save. Because in that case... Now we're kind of stuck until I level up. Admittedly, I am 10 EXP away. But honestly... That seems like something I think I'm just going to save scum. Mainly because... The negative result wasn't interesting, it's just a comeback later situation. We saw the extent of it. Like, I'm not going to immediately reload, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't have any long-reaching consequences other than the fact that I have to come back when I get a little bit more EXP, so I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna try a couple of times. We're at a 50%, and my main fear is that I'm gonna have to go to bed early because I don't have enough stat points in the right places to try on these. So, oh, it's Revachol and Uranye and Klazia, huh?
Looking for something?
Man, I am rolling nothing but Garbo. But then again, it's a pretty low... Well, it's a pretty hard check. Hard check-ish? I don't know. I just want to make a little bit of progress, because I don't think I did jack biscuits today. Mostly just talk to people. I mean, that's what this game is. We're gathering information, and eventually we're going to be able to actually use some of it.
Looking
Probably.
for something?
There we go. Men like this only respect two things, strength and fear. Show me your lorry right effing now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? F you, I told you I'm not gonna... There, his voice grows smaller as yours. I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant kipt. You're gonna be bleeding kipt? That's a bit much. I've been to your lorry. I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? Look, man. F you, man. He tries to wave you off. It's some lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't effing know who she is. When did she go away? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. Wow. This guy is a lot of things, and none of them good. I haven't even seen her for days. Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is just how he saves face. Where exactly is her lorry? That's the monument down there. The green tempo. Now, leave me the F alone, okay? And... soles of his boots. Because I skipped this dialogue. Okay. So we're done with that. And we got the information. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes Time Cop will come out, and sometimes Time Cop will accept his losses. So we want to go south? We did... there is a green green vehicle down here and, like, a space beyond it. I thought? Maybe not. No, this isn't as green as I thought it was going to be. Man, there's a lot of these trucks that are just stuck here. You know, I do actually have enough money that I could start buying clothing from him. They're kind of overpriced, but it's not necessarily the worst thing. Okay, so it'd be this thing. Okay, so what do you got for me? The green fallen AZ Contemporarian is parked with the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. Must be the one you told us about. Unless he was lying, the lieutenant peeks inside the window. Glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and 2 steering levers. Try the door handle. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's been recently replaced. No picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design. Where are you going to get this open, Kim? Is pry bar to smash the window? Open it from the inside. Really? It's been hard enough. No need to make it any harder. Okay, so I've got to equip said tool. I don't need the bag of trash right now. Let's see, that's a... Oh! Lifting weights apparently helped out earlier. Using time cop to lift weights has wild, overreaching benefits. I love that. Anyway. Pry bar in hand, take a hard swing of the window. A loud tunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving tiny spider web on the glass. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach. Window appears to be shatterproof. No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that. He takes the pry bar from you and gestures for you to step back. Then, with a little warning, he smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now. Nice. Mm-hmm. He nods and gives you the tool back. Better than I expected. Open it from the inside. Open the door. Smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter on the front and a toolbox tucked into under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedestals. Where are the posters? These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. Study the centerfold. Actress is draped in a sheath dress. One of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tippy Tahone, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. What happened to her? She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera too. Enough of the posters. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. Kim leans closer to the radio and hums. Strange, there's so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. Why would anyone need so many radio stations? For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. He flicks a switch on the radio. It's all shortwave. UW, UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite the range, too. A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now. Anything we can do with the radio? Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key. What else? Check the pedals. Wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like... Sorry. Seems like the fuel tools lying around here. A hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown in there by a disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle for some extra grip. Sandpaper? The lieutenant repeats, a novel technique. Sandpaper would also rub the pattern of the driver's right boot sole. Yes, he likes where this is going. Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole is smoother than the other. Which means that the missing lady driver was present in the lynching. The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. Wait, the missing 8th Hardy here? Looks like her, yes. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think the Hardy and his boys could be also involved in the drug operation? Those jerks? Definitely. We should see what Titus has to say on the matter. He writes something down in his little notebook. We finished with the lorry. Let's see, check the pedals. Let's go back. There were some other options there. First drug smuggling, now this. How deep does the rabbit hole go? Now we know for certain. Okay. This would fit what Joyce told us. Or, yeah, so all of these options. Okay. Pull out the toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat. It's empty except for a folded newspaper. Unfold the newspaper. Issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. Pick up the note. Looks like an article ripped out of a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. The lieutenant leans over your shoulder to examine the note. The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. No, of FM, AM, UKV, but his thought trails off. Push in the toolbox. Okay. Great. I think we got everything. A word detective. He steps away from the lorry before we return to Joyce. Saving.
Alright,
Sup?
we're finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like the police would... seems like something the police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. Means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets, while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap on the RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy boys knew the driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection that we've been searching for. The probe in the case converged, he thinks. That was quite the find. So it turns out that this is connected to the Union. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically, but don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition. Meaning, someone as slippery as Everett won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in a cabin. What about the movie posters? How'd they factor into this? As elegant as they are, I don't think they're relevant to the drug trade. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Yes, well, he doesn't say more. Unimportant. So will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later when we're done here. We do not want to get caught in that. He stops to think. What are you thinking? The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved. I can't imagine that they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? He nods. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Okay, debrief over? Debrief over. He nods. After you. 5 away from a skill point. Let me take a look at tasks. Or map? Map. Let's see. I might be able to redo some of these. We can do the box of sunglasses. Novelty dice makers, probably too much. Let's see. Tommy Lee Hom, but we need more. Bird's Nest Roy. I've forgotten who Bird's Nest Roy is. And the mirror is way off. Let's see. Let me check Interact. I already did that one. Interact. Let's see about this. So, an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man. From the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each of the time the lines intersect... Okay, so we've already read this. It still looks like some kind of map of the stars, but something's not right. Who are you? What's the meaning of that tattoo? Okay, so we've already looked at that. We've done the map. Let's check the damaged ledger. Oh, Lonesome Long Way Home actually made this worse. Oh well. Hey! Huh, the two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. If you can bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to, you know, slide the drawer open. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. What's inside? 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. Pick up the ticket stubs. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles towards each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revicol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Pick up the card. Proceed. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. Smell it first. It smells like chewing gum. Apricot flavored. Ew. Touch of cinnamon at the end of summer. You think the label says Tutti Frutti. Open it. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped. Round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter, so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it'll make you happy. Throw it away, please. Keep reading. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, so it filled me entirely. I step on the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it'll be like this until late afternoon when I get off the 49 and walk back to you. Keep reading. You, every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel within you. Or with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always come back to it. Keep reading. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. Hold on. To what? There's nothing. Detective, is everything alright? Fall sideways. You fall sideways. Did I just freaking die again?
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing?
Nothing, sad brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who is what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it, still trying to hold on to the great sorrow slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleomammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. because it's always there.
Was that the X something, the...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Where's Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
So my name appears to be Harry.
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
And what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
There's something about a bow collector, too.
Yeah, man. What was that about?
Enough. Just lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What's that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you, something in you, and
It's delicious. Glowing lights on the dashboard emerge out of nothingness. Where am I? In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage. Seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin. Drink. Water. Lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Drink. Water's cold, silvery. The stuff of life itself. It pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts. Drink. He tilts the canister. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration. Drink. With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills onto the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it. What happened? I should ask you the same. You were reading your paperwork, then you passed out. I carried you to my Kanema to take you to a hospital. And then you came to. How long was I out? 10 minutes, maybe? Came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. Item gained, Ledger of Failure and Hatred. That does sometimes happen. He hands you the remains of your ledger. He replies with such understanding. It's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot of cops. Or for cops. You drop this. Are you okay to proceed? Let's just solve the case. Good. The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used as an interactable and a tool equipped in your hand for skill bonuses. Find it under the tools section of your inventory. I have unlocked the trauma thing. Okay, tools, Ledger. So Inland Empire, Empathy, but reduced authority. Don't look like the rest of these. I know that helps with physique. So let's interact with it a little bit more. Let's see. Still can't read this. I need to put a point into logic. Oh, that might not be a bad idea. Can drawer open. Close it. Okay. Now let's go back into that again, because I haven't saved in a while. Hidden drawer. And kill yourself, you asshole. The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who are they for? Who do you think? Oh, I don't have the option. Okay. Smell the ledger. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off onto the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. The base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Okay. So, that's Dunsky. We have a couple of new thoughts. Bow collector. Reduced authority. Hell on earth. And hand-eye coordination. Lasts for a while. And white morning. Unfortunately, unless I want to spend some skill points, I pretty much don't have any free space for thoughts, which sucks. Because I'd like to actually internalize more of these things. But it won't let me. Oh, I see. That's how I unlock them. It only tells me I can unlock them when I actually have the skill points. That sucks. I mean, it's worth it. Just not yet. Maybe when I'm closer on the investigation. Oh, I might just give myself, like I said, a bunch of skill points at the very end of the game and just be like, I know everything about me that there could possibly be. Okay. So I need authority. I could keep leveling it up. I think it was authority over Hardy and his boys. Because I assume if we get authority, like if we can actually get that, maybe that opens an interesting door. Or it does nothing for me.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
It's challenging, but it's getting better. Discuss the 8th Hardy. As you look around the room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does it look familiar? Where have I seen this before? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with almost exclusively men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. Huh? You must be. You're like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand. He leans in. You got a problem with beer now? Not quite there. Push on. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job. Like you. Speak for yourself, buddy. He puts the beer down. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before we got started. It was like Jamrock now. They didn't see shit, man. He turns to you. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Effing graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s. Congratulations on the graffito removal. He turns to Titus. All I see is you sitting around and talking about Monica's titties. Well, there's a rape victim. So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that guy. Sorry. I am trying very hard not to use that word and just... I've explained this. Anyway, he picks the beer back up. Don't let him drink that. One more, quick. It's not who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help. Titus, he looks at her. She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's gonna give it up, but on his terms. You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her. Titus taps his chin with his fist. A freight train of pain, buddy. The lieutenant takes out his notes. What's her name? Plache Amandu. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. Titus adjusts his cap. That's Amanda. Probably Amanda. With an OU. Shit, the girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. Oh, I totally forgot how this is supposed to be pronounced. Miss Orange Disco Dancer? Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around. Place Amando. Cool. You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like a wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting, and the sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly. I don't understand what's so cool here. Nothing. He gives you a sideways glance. You just have a few more questions, then we'll be on our way. All normal. Try to forget this little hiccup. Sorry. So what was her relationship with the mercenary? Relationship? There's no effing relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship. It was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing. Okay, enough. All this is irrelevant to your stated investigation. So, the rape. When was that? He did it before we killed him. He's not going to do it again. He crushes his half-empty beer can. So what does it matter? It would help if we establish a timeline. Alright, 2 weeks maybe. I don't know. I need another beer. Turns to Glenn. Here you go, boss. The tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. So, what's your relationship with her? I know her. He looks around, and an uncommon silence fills the room. How well do you know her? Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. He crosses his arms. So, she's not from around here. You mean Revical? Nah, our Miss Orange disco dancer is an immigrant or drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter. Don't you give her any more trouble, the fat guy blurts out. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. He slaps his forehead. She doesn't need your help. Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? These guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. You said you partied. Cool. That's cool, but what did you mean? What do you think I meant? Was it sex? Yeah, pretty much. So you're saying the two of you were close? No, we just effed, that's all. He states matter-of-factly. I'm not going to give you any details if that's what you're after, so put your dick away. He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're going to get for now. Thank you. We'll talk to her. He points his beer can at you. Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and fidgeting when he mentioned her name? Yes. I think I know that woman. The victim. Is there something I should know before we talk to her? Whatever you do, don't say the first thing. Let's see. Let's go with she knows I didn't remember being a cop. Okay, that's manageable. Met her in the hallway after I woke up. Understood, you were not in good shape Monday. She knows I did some pretty crazy stuff before I passed out, that I partied hard, and not very mental healthily. So she overheard you, or did you party together? So this is what it feels like to be interviewed. I got nothing to hide. What if you do, but you just don't remember that you do? You'll get through it. Let's see, she overheard me listening to music and doing weird things from her room. It's the one next to yours. Anything else? I asked her where we were, what city this is, maybe even what year, something like that. She shrugs. That's clearly your interrogation that's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else? Didn't rape her. What you're saying is, in a low, calm voice, you raped her. Ice is forming on the inside of your chest cavity. Cold sweat trickles down your neck. No. Then don't ever say that again. There's a pause. What else? Nope. He nods. We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing. You feel fortified by his insurance. It's all going to be alright. Is it, though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess up. So, if we had specifically hit on her, we probably would have gotten in trouble there. Especially if we did it badly, or drunkenly, or who knows what. Couldn't you even, like, grab her or something? Because that would have been bad. That would have been extra bad. I mean, I don't really remember that well. This game's, I'm going to say, a bit of a blur. There's a lot that went on. Okay, so what clothes can I switch around here? Because we want to look for, this is weird. Put that on. I don't think we need half-light right now. Let's see, savoir-faire is... this kind of should be maybe good. We'll see how it goes. Room number 3, doors closed. Knock. Who is it? A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door. This is the police. Can we come in? Come on up. The door's open. She shouts, I'm drying my hair. Oh, wow. She has the suite. Is she? Oh, she's upstairs. Well, we're making interesting progress on stuff. Problem is I keep wanting to not leave cliffhangers. She has a lot here, I guess. Like, my room is tiny. I guess we have the bathroom and the connection to Kim's room, but that's the extent of it. Okay, so there she is. Oh, we saw her up here a while back, and I wasn't sure. Okay, we have a thought. Smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra, menthol. Cool. Well, you know what? I hate to do this, but I will see you guys in the next episode of Disco Elysium. Just because this game is technically a small train of constant cliffhangers, and there's not much I can do about that, except for enjoy the ride. I hope you guys are too. So with that, see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.